morning, Western Canada. Today we've got a fine day of lobster fishing. We got Greg Bell, our captain, at the helm, trying to give his kid orders. That's Bradley Bell.
Peace.
We got our first, he's actually the poop deck master. This is Lee Frank. You might better know him as Christopher Lee Frank, sometimes known as Laszlo. That's maybe later tonight. You got first mate, Tim Bernard, local PEI boy, just thrown over a trap, and of course myself, your narrator and chief lobster claw catcher, whatever they call that thing with the rubber bands, and your cameraman, Mr. Hout. We'll get back to you in a minute here, folks. We're going to take a commercial break. Don't forget to go grab yourself a cold one, and come on back. We're going to show you how to lobster fish. Welcome back, folks. I hope you had a good break and grabbed yourself a cold one. We're going to explain to you the difference between canners and market. The poop deck swabber here, he's Mr. Lee Frank, he's in charge of the canner.
Let's see your measuring stick.
You got your measuring stick right here. That's how you tell if a canner, if the back side of the lobster, which we're going to show you in a minute, is in between that measurement, you got a canner. Canners are, as Chris will show you here, pulling on the, catch it at the back of the eye socket and measure the back. So that falls within the canner there, if you see that. That's a canner right there. You got a canner. And that's a canner, folks. And another canner. Little shout out to our sponsors. This episode of Lobster Time is brought to you by Budweiser, King of Bears. Alright, folks, we're back again. This is market now, as you can see.
Just barely.
Just barely. Doesn't quite fit on the back, so that's just within the market size.
What do you do now?
Now we're going to band the arms here, the clampers, finger snappers, whatever you want to call it. Grab the band, you throw it over his little snapper, give it a little quarter twist, and pull out. Fairly simple. Kind of reminds me of something else, actually, but we'll get into that later. And we're back from commercial break again, folks. See, here's a female lobster. So you got the female sex organs were up front there. They're just a couple of little tiny flu flingers. And then you got all the eggs. There you have your female lobster.
Well, I'm heading out in my fishing boat before the crack of dawn. No time to waste to check the bait or to put the coffee on. We're moving on these inside buoys just outside the reef. An old boomer said there's a storm ahead, and that's what we believe. With a push and a shove in my boots and my gloves, we're backing off these traps. These white caps here will wreck our gear if we don't move them fast. Be careful where you're stacking, boys, don't you get them tangled up. For the undertow is strong below, and this old sea is rough.
I'm so talkative now.
They're not quite as chatty as it was 3 or 4 hours ago. It's a lot more lively about 5 hours ago. How many licenses do you think are issued on the province itself?
I don't know exactly. I think it's around 800 and some on the North Shore. There'd be 800 some boats with the license, and then they all run around 200, between 200, depends which area they're in, 270 to 300 traps each boat. And they haul them 6 days a week.
When you say the North Shore, you're talking, we got the North Shore, we got the East Shore, what else do we got?
like the south and the west?
They well, we got the west tip and the east tip, but it's pretty well just north shore and south shore.
What's the average price of a lobster license, Timmy?
Depending which area you're in, some of them would be as low as probably 225, 250,000, all the way up to probably 450,000 right now.
Perplexer, you throw it over top of the weenus snapper, and voila, never mind. Let's cut that and regrab.
Just like that.